Hello, everybody. Hi, hope you have a great day, everyone. This is Krina, and welcome to episode number 33. Now I want to talk about the main news, right? Which is basically, there's this report that basically show that the Bitcoin futures market is actually negatively impacting the cryptocurrency market, right? Let's just see what it is, right? And basically, it's been 1 year since the start of the CBOE's, you know, um, Bitcoin futures contracts. This is basically not physical delivery. Basically, it's all just settle for fiat money, right? That was launched last December, and basically what they went on to show is that there's actually seems to be the futures product is actually seem to be taming the Bitcoin spot prices, right? What it means is that it seems to be pointing to some manipulation that if people are projecting that the futures, by using futures that it's going to be a bear market, and then straight away the price in the spot market, which is in the current market, actually go down, basically realizing the futures market pricing, which is very interesting. Here he went on to say, a recent CME Chicago Mercantile Exchange liquidity report for December 7 shows Bitcoin futures volumes rallied in November, just before the price was about to experience some heavy losses, right? So, went on to say, let's see, okay, just show a very real example as well. This week, both CME and CBOE markets are processing roughly around 3,500 to 7,000 ADV contracts and have seen more sizable ADVs on certain days prior to a market shift. For instance, on November 20th, CME Group's Bitcoin futures contracts reached a high of 14,490 contracts. Coincidentally, CBOE's Bitcoin futures volumes that same day matched CME ADV. Interestingly enough, the Bitcoin spot price that day dropped from 4,670 per coin to 3,600 over the course of 5 days, right? And very interestingly, the other thing is about the prices, right, that they have said. Sorry, where is this? Yeah, okay. The other thing is this Bitcoin futures predictions have changed considerably since December 2017, when people were still betting in the 20,000 to 50,000 range. Instead, contracts today for December, January, and February next year are between 3,200 and 3,500, And so far, it seems basically that, right? It seems that there are people who are, basically betting that the future prices of Bitcoin will actually go down much further, and hence the spot market actually react accordingly like that, and basically it's point to some sort of manipulation. And I think my own personal opinion is that, right, this is basically what and why they want to do that, and who can do that, who is buying futures, right? It's basically the people who are rich, the people who are, have all the money, the institutions, right? The big boys who have, and the strong hands who have all the money, right? Why they want to do that is, right, my personal opinion is really that they use the futures market to manipulate. So then, if traders look at that market, they see that, the expectation is for a bear market to continue, but I foresee that basically then, it shake out the weak hands, and then the strong hands are basically going to buy in the spot market. Then they can get it cheap, right? And that's really what I think, yeah. And I mean, why would it be that way? Because, it's really the rich people who have big holdings now in the cryptocurrency. For example, that day, Grayscale Digital, it was reported that, their customers in their funds and the company itself, right, were buying throughout the dips, right, throughout this year, when prices have been falling in the cryptocurrency, they have been accumulating, and now they have 1%, over 1% of Bitcoin in circulation, right? That is, a very significant number, right? And although you see, so this is a very interesting trend, and the only reason, that I think is logical to explain this is really that, the same people who are actually, buying the futures and calling the future prices at a very low prices much lower than today is basically trying to make people believe that a bear market is continue to stay, right? So that prices will continue and right make the masses believe that this is continue to be a bear market, and it's going to worthless. And when prices drop, those weak can sell, right? Prices will drop further, and then the strong hands will accumulate more in the open market, in the spot market, right? Actual bitcoins. Then they want actual bitcoin. That's really how I see it. Yeah, I mean, we have said it. I mean, I guess in other episodes also, I have mentioned this same opinion of mine. I continue to believe this view. It's really not for everyone. It's only for the rich and famous, right? Or for people who are really, really, look below the line. This is really what this is for now, it seems, right? So please, right, just don't just look at the news headline, right? Really think, what does it all mean, right? The people who are rich and famous and, Forbes article are telling their customers, right, their target group, which is the billionaires and above, to go into cryptocurrency. But now it's really the retail traders who are actually selling, right? Yesterday's news also similar. There is, the Coinbase, Binance, everyone is losing volumes, but Bitfinex, which is really the exchange more for institutions and the more sophisticated traders, which is really people with more money, they are the one who's seeing high volumes, right? What does this all mean, right? So you really have to think about that, right? Now, amidst all this doom and gloom, right? The key players in the market continue to build on what they have, right? So Coinbase, which is one of the largest, one of the very established players, they basically look to add more new digital assets, right? Including Cardano, Eternity, right? Brick Wallet, a lot of new names, right? And below the top 5, and all that, they're really looking to add these coins into their market. Why? Because they foresee trading volume, they foresee demand basically, and that's why they don't want to lose out on the trading fees, right? Basically, and another exchange which is one of, I think it's the third largest by volume, Huobi, is China founders, right, but based in Singapore now, launches derivatives markets for Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So what does it mean? They basically have a very high leverage, up to 20 times leverage. I think they are one of the highest ones. And with very low fees, 0.03% only for takers, while makers make 0.01% bonus. Yeah. So yeah, basically these exchanges, right, Coinbase, Binance, and Huobi are continuing to build on their offerings. Basically, that means they continue to see this space expanding and becoming more and more mainstream. Otherwise, why would these companies, continue to invest money? They are committed definitely in the long term, right? Another one, basically, a Bullion giant, right? It's basically AP Max Partners, basically partner with BitPay to let investors buy gold with Bitcoin. So it's very interesting. Who still buy gold now, right? So you think about it. Who still buy gold now? Again, it's probably the rich and famous who still have the money and who still have the long-term belief, right? You need to have some gold as a diversification, right? So it's interesting. So then they are again targeting the rich people, right? Who really think, who accept. So they believe that these people also will have Bitcoin to buy gold. So it's another alternative means of payments. Yeah. Coinbase again, continue to do what continue to expand their offerings. So they call it We Give Partnership. And in tandem with upcoming Christmas season, right, they're going to have 12 days of special announcements. And the first day is that they're going to allow users, right, who use their wallet, Coinbase wallet, to go to a gift website, right, this e-vouchers website, and can use their cryptocurrency to purchase gift cards excuse me, for their family and friends. So basically making it very easy for people to use their cryptocurrency as well. Yeah. Next up, right, Binance is basically expanding, they're basically taking a more active role in the education of this space with multilingual articles that basically clarify any misinformation, right? So they basically are just continue to expand their offerings, right? And they have mentioned at one point that they want to be the Google, equivalent in cryptocurrency. So like, for example, in the future, someone might say, I want to Binance that in cryptocurrency. So this is exactly, one of the similar things that like Huobi have done. They continue to expand their offerings, continue to invest money in this space, right? Because you need to hire people actually to invest time and money, right, into develop all these assets, right, which is capabilities to get people up to speed on the market. Yeah. And so the other one, 7 major exchanges in Korea, they agree on a joint measures. Why they want to basically, excuse me, strengthen their cryptocurrency ecosystem. Yeah. So what they want to do is, for example, they want to have information sharing and real-time monitoring for abnormal transactions. Yeah. So basically here, is to, to weed out any scams, right? And implement real-time monitoring for such as money laundering, voice phishing, strengthen customer identification, prevent illegal transactions, right? Of course, they're going to introduce the ID so that everyone who trades will need to show identity proof, right? So basically, you see all this. The trend is really for all the crypto exchanges and the key players in this market continue to strengthen their offerings, continue to strengthen their infrastructure, continue to invest time and money into this space because they really see the long-term potential of it, right? Otherwise, it will be just like the miners, right, who really just turn off their machine because they are the weaker hands that basically don't believe it anymore, right? But really, the people with the deeper pocket are the one who continue to want to believe in this space, and they're the one who hold on. Another interesting news, which is, so you see, basically, that's why because of people like this London taxi driver, right? That's why Bitcoin, will not go to zero because of people like him, what he does is actually, as he drives around London, he also offered the option to his passengers to ask them, if he wants to buy Bitcoin. And if he wants, he has a machine and basically buy fast Bitcoins, which allow this driver to sell Bitcoin very easily to the passenger on the spot. Yeah. So basically, and he says that of course, it should be easier than going to an exchange and crypto ATM that require, identification proof. Through this machine, it doesn't require. And but he went on to say that he doesn't actually earn a lot of money through this sales, but it's more about he wants to, be the campaign, be the people who actually, get more people on board the crypto revolution. That's actually what he's doing. So it's really interesting, it is really people like this, right, who will ensure that the cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin, will not go to zero because there will be always demand from people like this who are just really believe in the need for a decentralized money, right? Trustless. Yeah. You don't need to depend on the government, right? You censorship resistance. Yeah. Is this all these features borderless that makes Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies that have good use cases that will have a lasting future, right? So that's all I have today. Thank you so much for watching, and yes, I hope you have a great day and live with high energy, live with passion. Thank you so much.